Stay tuned as we check out Hasbro's brand new Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Power and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And as always, I'm a little bit late to the party with these, but I thought I'm going to open them up and I may as well do that on camera and give you some of my opinions. Power Rangers was one of my first loves as a kid, along with Pokemon and Turtles and stuff like that. So it's very nostalgic to me, but only really the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and a tiny bit into Zeo. The rest I have no idea about, I'm not going to lie. So these two, for example, this Dog Ranger and this Red Dino Ranger, no idea who they are, but I brought the whole wave as a whole because I was very curious. I like to have things in hand, so I'm going to look at them all in this one video, but I'll move them to the side. These are the two I really wanted. White Mighty Morphin Power Ranger and of course Lord Zedd. Very happy that we're going to be getting some villains for our displays. So like an idiot, I say recently, but about a year ago, I brought all of Bandai's Legacy collection of the Mighty Morphin because, as I said, I'm a fan of the Power Rangers, very nostalgic. So I thought I wanted one shelf at least with the original lineup. And then Hasbro went and brought the license. So now Hasbro have started doing their own. So it's probably going to take them about 3 years to give us the whole Mighty Morphin team. But I'm definitely going to do a comparison with this Legacy collection. I do have a full review up of all of the Legacy figures that I brought. So I'll throw up a link on the eye in the corner of the screen. And you can go and check out my full review of the Legacy collection. But today, of course, is all about the Power Rangers Lightning Collection with Hasbro. Very happy Hasbro are doing this. It's going to be their version of Star Wars Black Series and Marvel Legends, but of course in Power Ranger form. So I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up every single one of these figures that gets released, but I thought Wave 1 I'd give a chance, but I'm definitely going to pick up everything to do with Mighty Morphin and probably Zeo, maybe Turbo or Ninja, I'm not too sure. Let's see what gets released. But San Diego Comic-Con, I've already teased us as their San Diego exclusive is going to be the Red Ranger using the shield that he stole from the Green Ranger, and then also the Gold Zeo Ranger. Both of them Jason, the character, very happy with that. Not going to lie, if I was going to pick one outfit for Hasbro to make, it would have been that Gold Zeo Ranger. So very happy that that is going to be the exclusive. So fingers crossed I can get hold of that in the UK, as I'm obviously not going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. But enough of me rambling, let's look at these. So let's start off with Lord Zedd. Why not? Lord Zedd, never had a Lord Zedd figure, and this guy looked really, really good. Really like this packaging as well. Shout out whoever made the packaging art for this Lightning collection. Small box, but really like the way it stands out with the design. Really like it. Without further ado, let's get Lord Zedd from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Open up. And here we have Lord Zedd out of the packaging, and first impressions are very good. Really like this figure. Now I need to build him a throne. I need to get Rita. We're already going to get Goldar later this year as well. So yeah, very excited for the possibilities of villains we could be getting from the Power Rangers world, because let's be honest, the Power Ranger villains are crazy monsters, which will make for great toys and figures for your display. So he comes with a growth bomb, of course, which is this tiny little bomb he holds. He throws it at the bad guys, turns them big, and then the Power Rangers have to get their Zords. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you know how that works. He also is holding his giant Lord Zedd staff, but he doesn't have any masking tape around it like you see sometimes in the films, unfortunately, our TV show. He comes with this effect piece with just a rubbery plastic piece, which we've seen before with Marvel Legends, but it's a bit thicker, and I like the red, and it sort of just clings around his staff there, so it's sort of a power effect, which I quite like. And he also comes with some interchangeable hands. Again, one's a fisted hand and the other one is a more grabby, clawy hand. So yeah, you can swap in, swap out on them, not a problem. But in regards to Lord Zedd, the figure, let's just zoom in and have a look at these details. Again, going to whiz through these videos. Don't want to spend too long on them, but as I said, there's his staff. I've seen a lot of people paint that staff chrome or get a chrome pen to make it pop a little bit more on the shelf, but I think it looks fine. It's just casted in a normal grey, but it looks decent with or without the display effects. And again, it's always nice to get effects that demonstrate powers and whatnot. Really like the face sculpt on this guy. Again, I've seen people paint it chrome and make it pop that little bit more on the shelf. You can see his brains sculpted in there at the top, if it will focus for me. And then around on the back, you can see his spine, and you see these wires. These wires are like all loose pieces, and they're like a rubbery sort of thing. I'm not sure if they're glued in at all, but maybe they're glued to the back of there. Yeah, they're glued to the back of his sort of rib cage there, and they work down all the way down on the legs. So again, if you wanted to paint all of the silver bits chrome, I'm sure that could be easily done. I like the colour of his skin as well. They're like dark sort of wash over the sort of red, which gives it that sort of muscle effect, which I think it's meant to be. Yeah, just really, really like it, people. Definitely a decent Lord Zedd, probably the best Lord Zedd figure we've got as well. I don't think Bandai ever did one during their time of having the license. But yeah, a great villain to add to your shelf. So I even like the little Z there on the top of his antenna, if that's what it is. It's not really an antenna, it's really sort of a crown. But yeah, definitely need to build this guy a throne. And Hasbro, please, please, please give us plenty more villains for our display. So let's open up some Power Rangers. Next, let's take a look at this White Ranger with, of course, Tommy, that unmasked head. Really like how they're giving us these unmasked heads for these figures. Definitely gives you different display options. Love that we've got his weapons as well. So yeah, very happy with these. Again, really like all the graphic design in the box. Really does pop on the shelf. So yeah, happy with this. And stick around, obviously, once I open it up, I am going to compare it to the Legacy version to see the height differences and whatnot. But still, let's get it open. And here we have the White Ranger out of the box. Now, obviously, white on a white background wouldn't have been good, so I've borrowed the Fuchsia's blue background. Thank you, Robo. And as we take a look at Tommy Oliver here in his white Power Ranger outfit, really like it. This design's always been a fan favorite. And of course, he comes with Saba, his talking tiger sword. So I don't know if I zoom in how well you're going to be able to see it, or if it even will focus for me. Move out of the way, Tommy. And there you go. So you can see the coin, see the tiger head. There is some decent sculpted detail, but as it's so small, it's hard to be painted. But yeah, decent sword. And then while we're here, what do we think of this Tommy Oliver head? Looks decent. He's got the hair tied back, of course, and obviously I'll put it on the figure in a minute. But they're using that 3D paint, 3D printing technology that Marvel Legends and Black Series are doing. So again, hope they keep that up. So let's zoom back out. Let's get a look at Tommy. Let's put the sword in the harness, which of course is under the arm there. Not a problem. Looks pretty good. He does come with 2 interchangeable hands, so he has 2 fisted hands. So hopefully we get some putty monsters soon where we can build him fighting on the shelf. But yeah, just as it is, it's a very nice looking figure. Of course, he can hold Saba. I think I'm saying that wrong. You let me know in the comments below. Am I pronouncing that wrong? Is it Saber? Is it Saba? It's been a while since I've watched the Power Rangers. I'm not going to lie to you. I think 93 this guy was around originally. So as you can imagine, I was 5 years old. But yeah, there's him holding his sword. And we do get this effect as well, which again, blue on a blue background is probably not very good, but it's like a spiky blue effect that has a slit in it. And the slit can just sort of be poked onto the sword. So it can sort of be like a rebound effect or a power effect when he's fighting maybe. Again, probably not very good off the white background, but you can see what I mean. It's decent enough, it stays in place, and again, I always appreciate effects pieces. So let me zoom in, I'll show you the Tommy Oliver head on the White Ranger, and then we'll compare him to someone else. And here we have a close-up at the Tommy Oliver head sculpt, and my lights are probably a little bit too harsh on the face, and it appears very glossy. I promise you it looks much better in person than the camera is doing justice. Looks very, very good all the way around. You can see his little ponytail as well on the back there. But you definitely see Tommy in there, definitely from certain angles. But again, I always appreciate this 3D face printing that Hasbro seem to be doing with their main lines now. And yeah, as you can tell, Tommy Oliver looked very good. And here is the comparison that I personally was most interested in. It is, of course, Bandai's Legacy Collection versus Hasbro's Lightning Collection. And as you can see, the height difference is quite drastic. So there's no way you're going to be able to mix and match these two lines, unfortunately. So you're going to have to pick your poison. But they are both great figures. Honestly, they really are. It's just up to preference on your 1/12 scale. As you can see, the Legacy Collection is probably 6 3/4, where the Lightning Collection is just above 6, probably 6 1/4. So again, it depends what scale you personally prefer, but again, it's up to you. There's no wrong answer, of course, it's personal preference. But if I move these two to the side and bring in Lord Zedd, who we've already looked at, and if we keep in mind that the Power Rangers are meant to be teenagers and Lord Zedd is like an evil alien monster, none of these will stand now on my blue mat. But yeah, if you can see that the teenagers are meant to be shorter than Lord Zedd. So Tommy here is a little bit shorter and probably fits into scale better. But Lord Zedd can probably still be mixed and matched with your Legacy Collection, as it doesn't look too off. But yeah, there's your sort of height comparison for the three. And again, let's just pull these to the side and bring in some Marvel Legends. It wouldn't be Dan Who Reviews without some Marvel Legends, would it? So there we have Captain America. And as you can see, he scales much better with the Lightning Collection, and the Legacy Collection, he's much, much taller. And if I bring in Tom Holland, who's another teenager in my 1/12 scale collection, and again, he's a little bit shorter than the White Ranger. And just for fun, can Tom Holland become the White Ranger? I'm not sure if it will pop on, but we can try it. It might, you know. It might. Give me a second. And pow, there you have it. Tom Holland, it does actually fit on the ball peg. Tom Holland is the White Ranger. Who knew it? And moving on, let's take a look at the last two figures in this wave one of the Lightning Collection. It is the Dino Charge Red Ranger and the SPD Shadow Ranger. Now, again, I've already mentioned, don't know anything about these characters. I just brought them as the set out of curiosity, even though I'm really liking this Shadow Ranger outfit. And it's very curious to find out more about this blue dog. This guy as well, maybe I can use that unmasked head on a Marvel Legend. Who knows? But these guys come with some fun accessories as well. So yeah, I'm going to have a look at both of these, open them both at the same time. So the box design, again, I've said before, really, really like it. Shout out to whoever's doing it. Yeah, let's get them open. And here we have them out of the box. And as I said, I'm not going to go through these in crazy detail, as I don't want to embarrass myself, as I have no idea who they are. But I thought I would just look at them as action figures and give you my opinion. And I think they're great. Again, I have no idea who they are, but for action figures, they're really, really good. Prefer the design of this blue and black one. Is it blue and black, maybe? I have no idea why he's got 100 on there. Maybe it's the 100 Ranger. I don't know. SPD. What does that stand for? Space Power Defense? I don't know. I'm making that up. Is it a pager? Do the Power Rangers page each other? Who knows? This Dino guy's got a gun and he's got a yellow sword. And these effects pieces that are on both of these swords, again, can come off. They're not a problem. And I like the way you can just weave it into the sword. This guy, unfortunately, doesn't have a harness for his sword. This guy does. So you could take that off and put the sword in the harness, and his sword's got like a mouth, like a sort of tiger mouth on it, maybe. Can you see it? Maybe. That can go in there. I'm assuming that's where it goes. So yeah, I want to see what this head looks like. I'm not going to lie. I like the design on this, but I want to see what that blue head looks like. So we get a collar piece as well, which I really like the inclusion of. Which way around does it go? Like that, I believe. Maybe it's that way around. The blue, yeah, you've got to match the blue tones. Does it pop on? Pow, and there you go. Blue Doggy Ranger. Crazy. No idea who he is, but it looks really cool. Does it focus? There you go. And again, I like that they give you that neck piece. So when you're articulating the neck, you can actually still see the blue. Really like this little doggy design. Yeah, really good sculpted detail, decent paint. It's got like dreadlocks. It's like a dragon dog with dreadlocks. pretty cool. And as we're zoomed in, there's a closer look at his pager. Again, it's probably not a pager, but you know, I'm just joking, obviously. And yeah, pow. That's the Doggy Ranger. Get him standing there. And again, as an action figure itself, don't know who he is, but he looks cool. And this Dino Ranger guy, let's take off the head and put on this head. And as I said, I might use this head with like a Marvel legend. I believe the actors may be American / Spanish or Mexican. Again, I don't want to mean to offend, but I might be able to use that on a Marvel legend of the same background, who knows. And yeah, that's him there. He comes with interchangeable hands, so does this guy. Both come with effects pieces, both come with helmets. And again, I'm sure if I know who these two guys were, I'd be much more impressed. But I'm still impressed. They're both great action figures. And if you're a fan of these two designs and these two characters from the show, then I'm sure you're going to be very happy with them as action figures. The articulation's great. But for me, as I've already said, my nostalgia is all about the original ones, the Power Rangers, the OG Power Rangers from '93. Lord Zedd. Yeah, great first wave of action figures, not gonna lie. Look really, really good. Like all the accessories, and I love that Hasbro are giving us this sort of Power Ranger line that's similar to Marvel Legends and Black Series. Keep them coming. Look forward to San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And it's rumoured that in Wave 2 we're getting the Pink Ranger, and Kimberly was probably my first crush as a kid. So yeah, that should be fun. Exciting times to come. You let me know in the comments below. Are you in on this Power Rangers Lightning series? Are you like me? You're just going to pick them up out of curiosity and then follow your own favourite teams as they come out? Or you just buying everything because they're just really good toys? You let me know in the comments below. Always curious to hear your thoughts. And as always, people, please, 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 please hit that subscribe button. Plenty more reviews on the channel, mainly Marvel Legends, but every now and then I tamper in other things that tickles my fancy. And Power Rangers, what can I say? One of my first loves. But as always, people, my name's Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.